Hey everyone, and it's good to be back. I haven't done a live in a while, and I'm very excited to jump into this one. So, this is my first time trying out Operator, and it's not going to be super technical, super in detail. It's just kind of me playing around with the tool for the first time, and I'm going to do it anyway. So, I figured I might as well uh, do it live. And if anyone has any comments, they're more than I'm more than happy to answer them if you leave something in the comments. So, a real world case scenario that's happening to me right now that I figured was a good use case to do is I'm looking for currently a new place to move. And I want to try to find a house to rent in Livingston, New Jersey. So I figured, let's see how Operator could help me find a house, and let's see how well it does. So this is the home screen of Operator. It kind of gives you some suggestions on different apps they have. Apparently, here's their delivery apps. They have Uber Eats, Instacart, DoorDash, local services, shopping. So it seems like they do have a lot of things, news, and let's just jump right in because a lot of the demos I saw, they did pre-populated apps, but I just want to see how it does where you kind of just let it go off on its own. Okay, so like I said, this is my first time trying it out. So if you guys could just bear with me. So let's see. I am looking for a house to rent in Livingston, New Jersey for ideally under 5,000 a month. I'm looking to move within the next month, and I want you to help me narrow down the top 10 houses. I want it to be at least a 2 bedroom and 2 bath. Okay, let's see how it goes. Okay. I also tried out Claude's real time, and that gave me a lot of problems initially. So I am curious to see how this competes against Claude's computer use. Okay, so first it went to Bing and houses for rent in Livingston, New Jersey under 5,000. Okay, that's a pretty good start. Okay, it went straight to Zillow, which is pretty cool. Like, even that this is happening and this is reality is pretty crazy in of itself. So even if it doesn't do a good job, which it seems like it's doing a pretty good job right away by itself, this is pretty impressive. Okay, it went to the price filter, and then is it going to go to 5,000? Looks like it is. Oh, it hit 4,875. Curious if it's going to change it to 5,000. Let's see if it's going to recognize that it made a mistake. So it didn't recognize it made a mistake, which right now it's close enough. That's fine. But it's still pretty cool how it's getting this far. Wait, did it realize? Oh, see, this is very cool. Wow, that's amazing. It realized it made a mistake and it went back and changed the filter to 5,000. That's very impressive. That's not something I saw Claude's computer use do, and this is very cool so far. Now imagine just having this running in the background while you do other things in your day, and you could start other tasks and you could just let this go in the background and just give you the results right away when you're done. So like if I wanted to click a new chat and then let this run in the background and kind of do multiple different chats at one time, this would be highly productive. I, as the first time, I want to see how it's working before I just let it go and do its own thing, because I'm very curious to see its thought process, how it breaks down all of its settings and the way it thinks through things. So let's see here. These are all the things that it tried to do so far. So search rental listings, narrow the search, click link, retrace steps to access Zillow, returning search results, adjusted the property filter. See here, let's see if it said it knew it made a mistake. Find bedroom. No, so, but it knew it made a mistake, which was very impressive. And right now, I feel like these tasks might be clunky, might take a while, but this is just the beginning of the AI agentic era. So this is only going to get better from here. And if you don't even know how to do something, you could just type into the search bar, be like, okay, help me find this document, help me do this, help me do this. And then you could kind of see where the operator is trying to use it. And then you could kind of mimic its steps to go and repeat its actions. See, I don't know why it just took me to Maplewood. Here's how long it's going to go for. And if anyone has any questions, please feel free to leave it in the comments, or if they have a suggestion on what they would want me to try out, I'll be more than happy to do so. Okay, it's changing it back to Livingston, New Jersey. Also, I'm not sure how long, like, is there a timeout feature where if it runs for 10 minutes, it's just going to stop? Because like now it's kind of repeating its own actions. So I'm not sure at some point, maybe is it going to prompt me for further clarifications, or at some point, I think I'm just going to intervene and take over, because so actually a cool feature here is you could actually take control over it. See, and then I could start clicking on in the actual web browser itself. So if I see something that it's doing well, I could go in and look at everything myself. So this was pretty cool so far. And first impressions, I think this did a great job on just getting to a place of where it was actually pretty helpful. And it's pretty cool that it even got this far. And then it says, okay, let operator know what you changed, share short summary. Because I think in the video where OpenAI released it, it said that it doesn't know what you changed. So if you do click on something, if you change a setting, you should tell it so it knows what you did. Okay, so that was just like a first use case scenario. Now I want to try to see okay, new chat. Let's say pull up the latest AI news from today and give me insights on today's news. Okay, so let's see what it does here. Latest AI news, January 27th. And this is only available to the ChatGPT Pro subscription. I personally do. Sorry. I personally do pay for it, and I really love using O1 Pro because I feel like the analyzation is different and I get unlimited Sora video generations. And I feel like as time goes on, they are going to release very cool features to the only the Pro plan. So in my mind, the $200 a month may be a little steep, but it's definitely justified in the amount of value I can get from it on a monthly basis. Because you also get unlimited queries to O1, O1 Mini, and O1 Pro, and you could get unlimited talking to the advanced voice mode. So I use ChatGPT heavily on a daily basis. So the $200 a month is definitely justified in my eyes as a heavy user. But for people who may not be a heavy user, then it would be need to be just you need to do a cost justification analysis on whether it would be worth it for you for your certain use cases. Okay, so what did it go to? It's going to YouTube. So let's just let this run. Let's see. Doesn't know how to code. Can you code for me a game of Snake? Let's see what that does. Do it in your browser. Okay, let's see if it searches up the resources. So let's say you don't know how to code, and now let's see if it actually gives you certain resources on what to find. Like this process, I don't show it a lot, but this is how I get good at learning these tools. I spend a couple of hours just trying out all these tools, trying out different methods, different queries, seeing its results, refining its output, and then coming to you with the final results. And that's the only way people get better at learning AI is really diving in, seeing its results, and seeing how it could be applicable to you. Because you could read about how AI could help. You could listen to people, you could listen to me, you could see what I'm doing. But until you get a feel for how helpful it really could be and how you start learning to interact with it, that's where the biggest benefit comes from. Because without you getting your hands on and learning it yourself, you're really not going to improve on getting better with AI. Okay, let's see the other task. AI News Insights. What is it doing? Okay, so what did it do? Today's AI News highlights. Yeah, China's DeepSeek model, R1, lower costs. Analysts are cautiously optimistic, but you're a strong position. And then it gave me, so what did it do? Okay, so first it queried latest AI news, okay. Then it did it again. Then it went here, and then it clicked on Barron's. What's this? Okay, that's the local host. Okay. And then it just gave me two articles. See, it opened up this article, and then yeah, and then it gave me an article to Barron's. So it didn't really give me an analysis. It kind of navigated to two websites and then gave me the links. So maybe I want to say, uh, write out a summary for me. Because if you could have this run in the background, okay, so it gave me the summary and then it just cited the sources again. Can you look at the stock market today and tell me which stocks were affected the most? Okay. Yes. Look it up. Okay, let's see what it does. I think this is very impressive for the first release because this is getting much further, like I said previously, than Claude's computer use. And it was very clunky and constantly broke and constantly ran out of tokens. But this does really see a lot more seamless. Okay, while trying to access detailed stock information. Oh, wow, that's very impressive. Okay, so now it says you need to make sure you're not a robot. So it said, okay, it asked me to do the puzzle piece, which is very cool. Okay, then I did the puzzle piece. I got in, and then return control. So this is how I guess you could get around certain things that don't allow just autonomous robots, where you could be in the seat while letting it do its actions, and then you doing the human pieces that it's not able to do yet. But I'm sure that in the future it's going to be able to do that also. So I feel like those protections are going to have to change also. Okay, now it's just searching different stocks. Okay, let's go back. Here, let's see for the code snake game. I found a Python tutorial for creating snake game. Physical people, you can access it here. Okay, so this it found a tutorial for me to go into and read over it myself. So it didn't actually do it itself, but I feel like maybe if I tried to say, okay, go into a program, write it, I feel like maybe I could push that further. But I really like this AI Insights News Stock Market Watch. I want to watch that up a little bit more. Okay, it's just typing in a random. Okay, stick to the Bang stocks for now. The use cases that are running in my mind are really unlimited at this point. Like it's just very hard to even quantify because any person doing any task could really benefit something from something like this because you just give it a task and then you go work on something else while it goes off in the background and then you review its output and then you just verify if it's correct or not correct and then you kind of refine its output. It's really a game changer in terms of productivity. Like this is a really cool release and I'm very excited to really dig deeper into what I could really push this to the limit with. Like it's doing a really good job with clicking the buttons, knowing where to search. Obviously, it's not going to be perfect and it's only going to get better, but I'm definitely impressed with its first impression. So I'm going to stop this now. And that's just a quick first impression. That was me using the platform for the first time. And I think overall it was a very cool experience. And I'm definitely going to deep dive further. And if anyone has any questions, please feel free to reach out to me because you do need the ChatGPT Pro subscription and you do need to be in the US right now to access it. So if anyone does have any cool use cases that they do want me to try out, I'll be more than happy to try it out because I love trying to explore new things, new areas, and to see how I could help everyone here. So that's my first look, my first impressions. I thought it was very cool, and I'm definitely excited to dive deeper. And I hope you enjoyed.